ஓகே சார் வரலன்னு தான் கூப்பிட்டேன் சார். ஓகே சார் உள்ளே வந்துட்டீங்க சார். உள்ளே வந்துட்டீங்க சார். ஓகே சார். சார் சொல்லுங்கள் சார்.
ராகுல்
கேட்குது சார். கேட்குது சார்.
எனக்கு
ஓகே சார் ஆடியபிள் சார்.
கொஞ்சம் கம்மா பேசிக்கலாம் ஈஸியா இல்ல பேசணும். हेलो
हेलो सर. हेलो सर.
हाँ राहुल.
यस सर. यस सर.
गुड इवनिंग राहुल.
गुड इवनिंग सर. Sir, go in sir. Is it audible? Sir, Selva sir.
Audible sir. Audible sir.
Sendil sir.
Okay.
Audible sir.
Okay sir. Thanks sir.
राहुल.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
राहुल.
சொல்லுங்க சார்.
ஸ்லைடு விசிபிளா? ஸ்லைடு விசிபிளா?
லோட் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு சார்.
ரமா சார் இல்ல சார்.
இன்னும் வரல சார். லோட் ஆயிட்டு இருக்கு. Yes sir, visible sir.
Okay. Okay va?
Okay sir, visible. இப்போ போயிடுச்சு சார்.
ரமா சார் ஒன்னாட்டி போயிடுச்சு.
Sir, now it's not visible.
இல்ல. Okay. No. Rahul.
Yes sir. Slide is visible sir.
Okay, shall we start?
HOD sir will give introductions. Sir, go in sir.
Okay.
Sir, go in sir. Sir, shall we?
Audible?
Yes sir, audible sir. Shall we start sir?
Yeah.
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுமா?
Shall I start? Rahul, shall we start?
Yes sir.
Sir, just a minute, sir.
Okay.
Minutes, Rahul.
Okay sir.
Ready, sir. Start
Okay. Okay sir.
to another question. It's a very big opportunity to all getting extraordinary recent trends in next generation transportation e-vehicles. So no doubt about that. This is a very hottest topic nowadays and also future promising technology. So on behalf of Department of EEE, Dr. NGP Institute of Technology, this is my good opportunity to all 12th students and as well as diploma students. So please gain more knowledge. It is a very, very hearty topic. Now on behalf of Department of EEE, Dr. Technology, our professor, beloved HOD, Dr. S. Jagannathan sir, welcome the gallery.
So very good evening, Ananda, for being and great opportunity for all, because next 20 years this will be a very upcoming field for the next 20 years. So as an electrical engineer, we must product about product one. Technology. I am warmly and respectfully welcome all the participants for this wonderful webinar. So this is the initiation for this webinar for +2 and diploma students. So next we are going to organize a 1-week training program for C programming and Python programming, and also fundamentals of basic electrical engineering. Dear +2 and diploma students, get connected with all your friends. Please inform to other friends also. Next schedule we will have Python and C programming training and also fundamentals of electrical training. For total 14 days training we are going to organize. So get connected with the EEE Department, NGP Institute of Technology, because this will be a big opportunity for all. Kindly connect with the next 1 hour. Whatever it may be doubts or clarification, get connected with the chat box. Our faculty members and speaker will answer shortly. So not only for this, and what is the opportunity for electrical engineer? So ask any questions from electrical engineering, also common engineering field. Thank you. I welcome Dr. Amar.
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Amas Kumar sir, welcome. Very familiar in this electrical vehicle. He is much more experience in this area. He have more research in this area. So he is the right person to deliver this kind of excellent topic. So gather more information. You got a very good opportunity. Now the session hand over to Dr. K. Ramas Kumar sir, Associate Professor of Department of EEE, Dr. NGP Institute of Technology. Thank you. Sir, session is yours. You can take over.
So very good afternoon. Thank you. So very good evening to all of you. Today I am going to share about the next generation transportation system. Simply we are going to call it as electrical vehicles, or we can call it as a e-vehicle. So nowadays every person is travel from one place to another place. So definitely we need a transportation system. So then, so normally what we are doing for a transportation means like by using for petrol based engine, and then again diesel based engine, we are moving for a transportation from one place to another place, but we are not able to controlling the pollution problem. So that is a problem. Then in order to overcome these kind of problems, so we can go for the electrical vehicles. So we move on to the today's presentation of electrical vehicle. What is electrical vehicle? So what is the first electrical vehicles, and then a 2-wheel, 4-wheelers. Then what are the sources for electrical vehicles? What are the types of electrical motors involved for electrical vehicles? Then one of the important motor is the BLDC motor, how it is working. Then followed by the implementation of e-bike model design, then feature and opportunity of electrical vehicles. So finally, finance assistant details for the +2 students also, +2 students as well as for the diploma students. So we move on to the, what do you mean by electrical drive? So electrical vehicle, or we can simply call it as a EV. electrical vehicle. Simply we are going to short form, we can call it as a EV. So that uses one or more electrical motor for propulsion with the help of energy stored in the battery. We can call it as a electrical vehicle. But what is the main principle involved in the electrical vehicle is, like mostly in electrical vehicles we use the induction motor, like a squirrel cage induction motor, and again a BLDC motor, and then permanent magnet synchronous machine. So it works on the principle that the electromotive force of AC motor, which receives the electrical energy stored in the battery, again it is converted with help of the AC, that is called it as the inverter. So motor and then again battery. So between the battery and again motor, we are going to connect the medium, call it as an inverter. So this is the main principle began for all the electrical vehicles. What is e-bike? So e-bike also like electrical vehicles. So first electric bike was built, but that is a patented solution from 31st December 1895 by Wogdan Boldon Jr. by using the small motor on the rear wheel, that is the backside wheel of the cycle. So this is the first electric bike was built. So his name is Wogdan Boldon Jr. in the year of 1895. So we use like a small DC motor, that is similar to Ambu motor. Followed by the electric car. The first electric car was built by Thomas Parker in the year of 1884. Again, he used it for a small DC motor. Then, what is the history of DC motor? The history of DC motor can be traced back to the 1830, when the expensive work on the disc type DC machine. So this is the history began for the DC machine. If we consider as like two poles here, North Pole and South Pole, as per the DC motor concern, the main part is like armature. Armature is a rotating part, and we have a field systems and commutators and brushes. Then whenever the electric current is passed on through the coil, then it will create the magnetic lines of force. That magnetic lines of force producing the torque. So that will turn on the rotor of the called it as the armature. So this is just like a principle for the like a motor. So we move on to the sum of the key terms for the battery. So we have a cell and a battery. For a single unit device, that means it converts for the chemical energy into electrical energy. So we can call it as a cell. But collection of cells, so it may be a combination of series connection or parallel connection. So we are converting the chemical energy into electrical energy. We can call it as a battery. The thing is the symbol of the cell. Similarly, for a symbol of the battery, we have a cells, dry cell, wet cell, again fuel cell. Then we have here like a battery, primary battery, and then secondary battery. That is a secondary battery, we can call it as a rechargeable battery. So primary battery, we can call it as a non-rechargeable battery. That appears like light and compact, but as per the cell concern. But battery concern, so we are a collection of cells. So therefore, it is like a heavy one. Then coming to the power point of view. Supply for a power for a short duration, short span of time. But coming to the battery, so we are supplying the power for the long span of time. So as per the application concern, like you can go for the cell, maybe battery like torch light, we can go for the cell. Then clock, lamp, radio, remote control devices, all the places we use the cell. Then coming to the battery, so like inverter. Again, we can go for the electrical vehicles, again emergency light, automobiles like electrical vehicle again. So these are all the places we are going to apply for the cell and the battery. The second finally, cost point of view, for a serious cell the cost is cheap compared to the battery. So these are all the some of the key terms of the
Harihara Sudhan.
So we move on to the battery topology. As per the electrical vehicle concern, mostly we used for a lithium ion battery because the reason is like capacity, lightweight battery, volumetric energy density, high capacity, and again low discharge time. So these are all the sum of the like performance parameters. That's why lithium ion can call it as model. Then in the group of models, you can connect various combinations, but mostly we connected in a various combinations. So the first one is the magnesium battery, then again room temperature, then proton batteries, then graphite dual ion batteries, then aluminum batteries, salt water batteries, copper aluminum batteries. These are all the latest technology battery concept involved for the electric. Yes, how to in our battery thing is as per second we have to look for the power capacity.
சார் கட் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கு சார். ஆமாம் சார். இல்லை எதுவுமே வரல சார், நீங்கள் டிஸ்கனெக்ட் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கீங்க.
Sir, Rahul sir, ஏதாவது இஷ்யூவா?
சார் 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 ரமா சார் கொஞ்சம் டிஸ்கவுண்ட் ஆகிட்டு சாருக்கு சொல்லுங்க, கொஞ்சம் சிக்னல் வீக்காக இருக்குது, ஜாயின் பண்ணுற சொல்லியிருக்காங்க சார், கால் பண்ணிட்டேன்.
So all of you participants, please wait 2 or 3 minutes. The problem will be rectified. Please wait for some minutes. Sir, உள்ள வந்துட்டீங்க, ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணுங்க. ரமா சார், ஆடியபிள்ங்களா? Participants, please wait due to some technical issue. So we'll join the session within 2 or 3 minutes. Rama sir, audible?
Yeah.
Okay sir. Continue sir.
Okay. Now slide visible na? Hello?
No sir, slide is
slide okay na?
Slide is not visible sir.
Not visible ah?
Yes sir.
Now? Rahul?
No sir, it is not visible sir.
No sir.
Okay, 1 minute.
Now okay sir, it's visible sir.
Okay. Now visible na?
Yes
Yes sir, visible sir.
Okay.
Visible.
Okay. Now we move on to the battery pack with the smart battery management system. So I already told, so lithium ion battery is a more suitable one for electrical vehicles because of the specific power and the cost factor and the safety and the lifespan. So this shadow line indicate the specific energy is high and then cost and the safety and the lifespan. So different types of lithium ion batteries are more popular for electrical vehicles. Second thing is, as per the electrical vehicle concern, so we can use for the battery, as a source. The second one is in current days, solar operated electrical vehicles also there. So for what do you mean by solar energy means it converts the sunlight energy into electrical energy through the photovoltaic capacitor. So now coming to the single PV cell, it produces the voltage of 0.5 volt. In a single PV cell, we used two type of semiconductors, like a P-type semiconductor and N-type semiconductor. Semiconductor means partially it will be act as a conductor and partially it will be act as an insulator. So whenever the incoming photon pass on to the PV cell, the free electrons, as per the P-type semiconductor concern, the majority carrier is volts, minority carrier is electrons. So we move on to the N-type semiconductor, the majority carrier is electrons and the minority carrier is holes. So whenever the photon pass on to the PV cell, the free electrons pass from the P to N, and again when you connect the load, you will get electricity. So this is the concept behind for the solar PV cell. But what are all the benefits? Why we go for the solar energy? So no waste, reliability, cost, low operating cost, then improved corporate image also, increased control over for long-term electricity rates. These are all some of the main advantages and why we go for the solar energy. The solar energy is also act as a source for the electrical vehicle. The battery is also act as a source for the electrical vehicles. In future, definitely you have a solar, more number of solar operated electrical vehicles. So the next thing is the fuel operated electrical vehicles also available now. So fuel cell means it is again it convert the chemical energy into electrical energy. Then in fuel cell we can use the one of the important parts is electrolyte. So which carries the electrically charged particle from one electrode to another electrode. Then another one more important component in a fuel cell is catalyst. It is made up of platinum material. So the main purpose of catalyst is it is going to be separating the positive charge and the negative charge particles. So that is the main purpose of the catalyst. So not only that, it will also speed up the reaction at the electrode sites. So this is the main purpose we use the catalyst in a fuel cell. So the next basic fuel in a fuel cell is hydrogen, and also we need oxygen also. Then next thing is for a single fuel cell it will produce less voltages. We have to increase the fuel cell voltage. We can go for the fuel stack. So now how the fuel cell is working? If we take it as a one side of electrode, we have to fill the hydrogen gas. Then another side we have to fill the oxygen. Then you have just look at that catalyst. I already told the main purpose of the catalyst is going to be separating the hydrogen atoms and again electrons. That is the main purpose of the catalyst. So the catalyst is made up of platinum material. Then we have electrolyte. Here the proton exchange membrane is also one of the electrolyte. So it is going to be carrying the charged particle from one electrode to another electrode. So finally you will get the if we connect the load, you can take it as a one bulb here, connect the one end electron side, another end from the hydrogen side, then we can get the electricity. So then finally H2O you will get the good water also. You get the good water. So this is a working again for the fuel cell. Then so why can't I go out and buy a fuel cell? So now the first thing is building of fuels inexpensive. and efficient and reliable fuel cell is for more complicated businesses. This is some of the main problems. So not only that, in fuel cell, catalyst is costliest one. So it is made up of platinum material. Then next thing is main electrodes. Different types of electrodes are there. Electrolytes are there. Alkaline, molten carbonate, phosphoric acid. Then next proton exchange membrane and solid oxide. The first three are liquid form electrolytes, and then last two are solid form electrolytes. So not only that, next thing is heat generation. Heat generation also major problem. We need good cooling system for a fuel cell. So these are all some drawbacks also there. So the next thing is what are the motors employed for the electrical vehicles? So now mostly we use for the BLDC motor. So different types of BLDC motor, permanent magnet synchronous motor, AC induction motor, particularly squirrel cage induction motor, then interior permanent magnet motor, then permanent magnet switched reluctance motor. So these are all the motors are employed for the electrical vehicles, but mostly we employed for a BLDC motor because as for the BLDC motor concern, the efficiency is 85% into 90%. You will get compared to the other type of machines. Lighter in weight. So as per the weight concern, lighter in weight, compact size, then simpler to control the speed. So these are all the main advantages for the BLDC motor in comparison with AC induction motors. The next thing is BLDC motor is manufactured in China, because in China most of the electrical vehicle companies, so otherwise BLDC motors are manufactured in China only. That's why electrical vehicles also manufactured in many companies in China. So and then coming to the third one, so comparatively motor another permanent magnet is synchronous machine, interior type. So comparatively the BLDC motor is more expensive, but if you look at the performance point of view, efficiency point of view, and then size point of view and weight point of view, the BLDC motors are good compared to the other type of motor. This is the main reason mostly they employed for the BLDC motor. But not only that, we used the induction motor also in electrical vehicles. So the next one is the cost. So the cost is also very, very important. So generally the BLDC, I already told, so the BLDC motors are imported from China only. So the BLDC motor, the cost is, for example, 900 watts start from the 2200, and then 1 kilowatt start from 2400, and then remaining capacity is also available. But the thing is, cost of the BLDC motor and the controllers are high in our country, because the most of them are imported from the China. But in China, high rating of BLDC motor available for very, very cheapest cost or very less cost compared to the India. As for the India concern, the BLDC motor cost is very high, because they are getting the motor from the China. But in China, even large capacity of motors, they then you will get for less amount. These are all some of the main advantages in China. That's why in China so many electrical vehicle manufacturer companies are available. So now we move on to the BLDC motor. So in BLDC motor, just like here we have a structure here. We have a controller and a driver, and we can call it as electronic commutator, and then BLDC motor here. We have to sense the rotor position with the help of all sensors. Then according to that all sensors, we will get the gate pulses. The gate pulses are applied to the inverter. According to that, which coil is going to be energized. So now this is what the meaning of this diagram here. Then we move on to the next one. So this is a permanent magnet BLDC motor. Like we have a Hall effect sensors, and then again a permanent magnet rotor, and then again we have a stator. In stator we have a coil. Then again in the rotor we have a permanent magnet. So as per the construction of BLDC motor concern, we have a stator and rotor. So I already told the stator as a coil. So we can have a silicon coil. We have a like a silicon steel stamping with the slots. Then again second thing is like the coil. That is the coil is always accommodated in the slots. The next one is like the winding is we are going to energize DC supply through the inverter circuit. As per the BLDC motor concern, the stator has a coil. The stator coils are energized by DC supply through the electronic switching circuit like inverters. The next thing is a rotor. The rotor is made up of permanent magnet. As per the BLDC motor concern, the number of poles on the rotor is also equal to the stator. The next thing is like we need like a rotor position sensor, and it is always like provides information about the position of the shaft at any instant to the controller. According to that, then the controller sends the signal to the electronic commutator. That the electronic commutator has like a switches. So according to the signal, the switches are turned on and off. Based on that, which coil is going to be energized or de-energized. So decided by according to our rotor position information. Now the electronic commutator function is similar to like our conventional like a DC motor commutator also. Then this is the like a stator structure. We have a stator and then stator stamping with the slots and the stator winding here. This is the picture here. The next one is we have a different types of rotors. So based on the like I already told you, the rotor is made up of permanent magnet. So based on the like arrangement of the magnet on the rotor, we have a different types. Like a circular core with a magnet on the periphery. So just look at here, we have to fix the magnet on the outside of the like a circular core with the magnets on the periphery. Next, this is a circular core with a rectangular magnet embedded inside the rotor. Then here third one is like a circular core with a rectangular magnet inserted into the rotor. So these are all the different types of rotor according to the like magnet connected in the rotor position. The next thing is how it is working here. Now the first thing is we have a like a rotor. The rotor have a like a permanent magnet like north pole and the south pole here. And the stator you have a coils. The first thing is like you have a three coils here, A, and then again a B and C coil. So now we are going to energize the coil by applying the DC power through the inverter. That is the concept. So as per the BLDC motor concern, there is a simple force of interaction between the two magnets. One is called it as a, like a permanent magnet and another one is called it as a electromagnet. So now in the stator side we have electromagnet, in the rotor side we have a permanent magnet. So whenever the coil gets energized, then there is a like a force interaction between the permanent magnet and the electromagnet. So when this condition is happen, so when coil A is energized, like for example in a green color, so when coil A is energized, so the opposite poles of the rotor and stators are attracted each other. Then it will create the attractive force. That is the indication of the green color arrow. So what will happen? The rotor poles moves nearer to the energized stator. Now the rotor, when the coil A is energized, so what will happen? Due to the attractive force, the rotor poles moves near to the energized stator. Then next thing is, as the rotor reaches to the coil A, the coil B is energized. Then again, the rotor reaches coil B, then again coil C is energized. Then afterwards again the coil is energized. Likewise, this process is repeated. Then the rotor continues to rotate. So this is the working principle behind for the BLDC motor. So now I will show you one more thing also. Now just look at here. Now in the previously whatever we discussed, the single coil itself, the coil A and coil B and coil C is energized. When coil A is energized, the remaining two coils are dead. So you don't get that much of power production. So now, in order to overcome this problem, what we have to do means we have to energize the two coils but separately. So this is the arrangement here. Now just look at the diagram here. When coil A, when two coils, just look at here, coil A, and then again these are all we are going to call it as switches. Right. Now just look at here, two coils are energized separately here. So we need to produce the more power, then you will get the more torque production. So now just look at here, the two transistors, that means this is called it as electronic commutator, like an inverter. Now here the A phase and then just B phase is energized. So then again another one is like here B phase and C phase is energized. Then again we have a B phase and then again C phase are energized. So we are going to energize this separately. We have to do that arrangement. So then what will happen? You have a good power production as well as a good torque in a BLDC motor. Here we have a rotor. In the rotor we are providing the sensors, all effect sensor. So it is going to be sensing the rotor position according to the rotor position. So we are generating the control pulses for the electronic transistors, or we can call it as electronic commutator. Electronic commutator just like inverter. In the inverter we use the switches. So this is what happened for the a BLDC motor operation here. So we move on to the next thing. I already told. So one of the important point is rotor position. So now which coil is going to be energized? So according to the rotor position. So there are two different types of rotor position. One is Hall sensor, another one is called it as optical encoders employed in the BLDC motor. So Hall sensors, when magnetic field is applied to the system, with the electrical current, a Hall voltage is generated that is perpendicular to the field. So to current is generated. So this is the concept behind for the Hall sensor. So this was discovered by the Edwin Hall in 1879. So next thing is, what are all the benefits of electrical vehicles and their limitations? Now no fuel cost, that is one of the benefit of electrical vehicles. No pollutions and no. Then again third one is easy starting and the less wear and tear because there is no reciprocating parts here. So lubrication is obviously not necessary. We can run in both conditions, manually, and also we can go for the solar also. We can operate the electrical vehicle by solar also. But coming to the limitations, suppose when you are going to operate the solar operated electrical vehicles, the solar should be charged periodically. So then again next one is not fit for the long travel also. So we have to look for the some of the limitations if you don't travel for the longer distance. So next not applicable for heavy loads. So until the suitable power supply and driving unit, you need, suppose if you want to go for a heavy load, then you have to put for the a suitable power supply according to the load as well as for the driving unit. So you have to look for the limitations also for electrical vehicle. So the next thing is coming to the our NGP final year EEE students. They done for a electrical cycle. Then this is the model. So in this model, they fixed the battery here. Then again here crankshaft they put like a motor. So then again from crankshaft to again the height will be 0.5 meter. So this is the mechanical structure design. Then again from the center wheel to again here height front side 0.3 meters. In handbar side we have like here 0.1 meters. So the width of these like TVS we used for 0.025 meters. So this is the mechanical structure of electrical or e-bike for our NGP students. So this is our final output of like e-bike. Then I am going to share about what are all the design factors involved in this like e-bike. Then not only that, another one more model also there, but the way of calculations are same, but the thing is the structure is different. Here we have like a 4-wheel here. So this is another mechanical structure. From this 6 feet here, the front will be 4 feet here. From the like above wheel to again top portion 3 feet here. Then again the first, then we marked one is the battery, second one is the frame, third one is the wheel here, and the fourth one is the handle, and the fifth part is seat, and the sixth one is like motor location, and the seventh one is like a roof. So these are all the like mechanical structure design for the model 2 actually. So this is the final output for the like this is also like e-bike here, but it is operated for the 4-wheel, right? So this is also done by the students only. So now the calculation point of view same for first one model as well as for the model 2, but only thing is according to the load, the capacity of the motor and the mechanical structure designs are different. So now coming to our NGP students, here first they started some comparison analysis. So I told to my students they started for 2 companies for comparison purpose, that is a literature purpose, Ampere Angle and DME Electron 20. So the capacity of these companies like 36 battery capacity 36 volt 12 ampere hour. Here the capacity of the DME company is like 36 volt 8 ampere hour e-bike. But our students selected for like 48 volt 12 ampere hour lithium ion battery. The second thing is wheel size is 26 centimeter, and then next one is like a DME company. E-bike is 24 centimeter. Our students selected for a 30 centimeter size. The next one is motor is a BLDC motor for first 2 companies that selected BLDC motor. Our students also selected a BLDC motor. I already told BLDC motor is more suitable for the electrical vehicle. Next the cost is like 30,000, and again second company is 40,000, and then next one is like 20,000 to 25,000 our students e-bike cost. Finally the weight of our student is comparatively less here, 20 kg. The next thing is like location of the motor. The Ampere company e-bike, they located the motor rear wheel side. The second DMW company, they fixed the motor on rear wheel. But our students are fixed for crank arm here. Next to the location of battery, back to the seat tip for Ampere company, DMW company is on down tip. So our students they fixed for the top and the down tip of e-bike. The speed calculation point of view, the Ampere company is 25 km per hour. So that designed e-bike run for the 25 km per hour. Then DMW company, it will run for again 25 km per hour. But our students they designed like 21 km per hour. So next then limitations not applicable for hill places. So first then Ampere company is not suitable for the hill places for transportation. Then again DMW company not comfortable to sit, but our model there is slight vibrations also there. We are also looking that point also. The next thing is welding points. As per the mechanical structure of the e-bike concern, the Ampere company they have like 11 points per welding point. Then DMW company they have a 7 welding points. But our students they reduce for the like welding points for a 4. These are all the some of the like pluses of student e-bike model. What component of the first is used to power the motor. Then again we have a motor controller, and again electric motor and the chain and the sprocket. Finally the bicycle wheel rotation. The motor controller circuit is mainly used to control the working of the like e-bike. Then electrical motor, say you are selected as a like a BLDC motor. Then it is used to drive our e-bike.
Rahul sir.
Yes sir. Yes sir.
Rahul sir, voice audio.
Start சொல்லிருக்கேன் sir. ஆமாம் சார், வாய்ஸ் வராமல் இருந்துச்சு, அப்படியே கட் ஆகிடுச்சு. இல்லை சார், இப்போ தான் ஒரு 2 minutes. ஓகே சார்.
Participants, please wait. Due to the connection problem, sir will be coming within another 2 minutes. Please wait.
Travel okay, va?
Yes, sir. Presenting, sir.
Now, okay, I will show you. Now, slide okay, na?
Okay, sir.
Okay. We move on to the motor controller connection of e-bike here. Here we have a BLDC and then back wheel. In the back wheel you have a like a back side sprocket, and then in motor side we have a one sprocket here that is coupled through the like chain drive. Chain drive is act as a transmitting the shaft power. Then again here we have a BLDC motor controller. Here we have a throttle valve here. Here we have braking system and then battery. So here there are some colors are indicated in the motor controller for BLDC motor. So now red color and the black color, that large cable indicates the battery connection. Then yellow and blue color indicates for the motor connection. You have to connect the motor connection. And the red and blue color indicates for the key switches actually. Then yellow and black indicates for the brake. Again red and yellow also brake light. You have a provision for brake light. And the small cable also there for a red and black. You have two cables for a red and black, large cable for battery connection, small cable for a indicator light. Then again red and black and blue we have a speed regulator, throttle valve, and the red and black small cables also for a charger. These are all the some of the color indication for a BLDC motor controller. Just what we discussed, the same concept here, connection of the BLDC motor. Right, so we move on to the specification here. We used the BLDC motor, that specification is like 48 volt, 12 amps actually. Then power is 500 watts, speed is 2800 RPM. We use the mechanical structure for mild steel material. Battery is like 48 volt to 12 ampere hour. So wheel with the disc is 28 centimeter, 2 numbers. We move on to the mechanical structure, weight and the electrical system calculation of electrical vehicles. So we have a like front as well as for the rear side and back side bracket. So now the number of teeth on the smallest bracket, first you have to select T1 here 14 as per our design concern. First I want to calculate the no load speed calculation. The next one is the number of teeth on the largest bracket is 37. Then the speed of the smallest bracket is like we already know speed here. This is for the BLDC motor speed 2800 RPM. Now there is a mechanical design. The speed reduction factor varies from 2 to 12. That range is there. You can use the speed reduction ratio from the range as per the mechanical design concern. So now you can choose here as per our project concern. They choose like a 6 for a reduction factor. Then the speed is fall down from the like 2800 RPM to like 460 RPM. So this is the first step 1. The second step is you have to use for the speed ratio formula for our e-bike here. So N1 T1 is equal to N2 T2. This is a general formula for all the type of e-bike. Then I calculated N1, so T1 and T2. These three parameters are known parameters. Then I want to find out the like backside wheel speed. What is the like rear wheel side speed? Then I want to calculate. Using this speed ratio formula, just to substitute, you can find out the like N2. So the N2 is equal to 174 RP. The next step 3 is diameter of the wheel here. So the diameter of the wheel is here 56 centimeter for our e-bike. So we converted into mm, 560 mm. Circumference of wheel formula is equal to 5d. So now after substituted we will calculate the like circumference of wheel. So the speed of the vehicle is equal to speed of the wheel into circumference of wheel. Speed of the wheel we are already calculated in the previous step to 174. Then again circumference already we calculated here 1758. After substituted here we can calculate the speed of the vehicle. Next we converted into like a meter to minute. So 335.996 meter per minute. Afterwards we converted into like meter to hour. So 20 into 156. Then after our kilometer per hour, you will get approximately for 21 kilometer per hour for our e-bike. So our e-bike ran for 21 kilometer per hour. So the next one is calculation of power. So calculation of required power to drive our e-bike. So what is the power capacity? So the first thing is we have to calculate our net vehicle weight. Our net vehicle weight is 10 kg. Then average human weight is 80 kg. Then suppose we use for some luggages, then 5 kg. Battery and motor weight is 5 kg. So the total weight is we can calculate 100 kg. Afterwards we can convert it into Newton. So then 981 100 into 9.81. You can convert it into kilogram to Newton. Next step 2, to find out the reaction on the each wheel. Reaction force on the each wheel. So now we have to divide it for each wheel for equal. So therefore here total low weight is 981 divided by 2. Afterwards you can find out that 1 by 50%, 1 by 5 of, then here this is called it as like a front wheel, and then rear force, and then front wheel force. So you can find out the then rear wheel force for 1 by 4th of the front rear wheel. So afterwards you can calculate the 98.1. Then next step 3 is to find out the torque on each wheel, like front wheel as well as rear wheel is back side. So now T1 and T2, that is equally we are divided. Therefore then that reaction on the force into d by. The reaction we are already calculated in the previous step 2. After substituted we will calculate, we can just substitute and find out the torque. So the torque T1 and T2 are equal. So now total torque is 60. So then you can find out the output power at 2 pi nt by 60. So now 500 watts. So our for 100 kg weight e-bike, the capacity of our model is 500 watts capacity. So this is the way we are going to find out the capacity of the motor. The next thing is you have a standard formula for then minimum clear center distance between the two sprockets as per our e-bike concern. C dash is equal to DC1 diameter plus diameter 2 divided by 2, then 80 to 150. So using this relation, then you can find out the distance between the two bracket. You have to find out the minimum center distance using this formula. So now coming to the battery capacity calculation. So 500 watts capacity of because we selected for our e-bike, or we calculated our e-bike for 500 watts. Then we can run for 1 hour. So then 500 into 1 hour, 500 watts hour. So normally the battery efficiency you don't get 100%. So therefore we can fix the 85%. So then watt hour divided by efficiency, you will get 588 watt hour. Again our battery voltage is for example our motor voltage is more capacity of motor 48 volt. So we have to select the 48 volt capacity of battery. So therefore 588 divided by 48, you will get the 12 ampere hour. So the capacity of battery is for our e-bike is 12 ampere hour. So this is the battery calculation. So this is the structure, like a top tube one, first one, a tube fork, and down tube, seat tube, and then seat stay and chain stay. So this is the bicycle structure. So this is our designed model. Finally we got, this is our e-bike, this is the frame of the e-bike. So this is finally our student model, student developed e-bike model. So coming to the next one, some of the specification of e-bike in various countries. Like in Australia, So pedal type bike, speed limit is like 25 km per hour. The capacities are available here 250. Likewise, we have here Canada, China, Norway, Israel, UK, Taiwan, US, China. So many things are there. Pedal based, the kilometer 25. The maximum will be 32 kilometers, and then capacity is 750 watts. So next thing is, this is some of the example. We can also, like I already told, solar powered e-bike. So this is the model. We can put the solar panel backside, then afterwards you can put a charge controller and then battery. So we can charge the battery, so we can operate the e-bike. So this is the one of the nice example for a solar powered e-bike or e-cycle. So the next one is called it as a Tesla car actually. In Tesla car we use like, so this is a Tesla car model actually. So then in Tesla car we used like induction motor. So that is induction motor, and then this is the induction motor, this is called it as an inverter actually. So then inverter, it converts the DC to AC. So the power for the induction motor, it is a squirrel cage induction motor, works on the principle of Faraday's law of electromagnetic induction. Then we can connect the battery, because the battery is connected to the induction motor through the like inverter. So this is the like, this picture is indicates the battery, lithium ion battery. In the lithium ion battery, once the battery is heated, we have to provide the cooling also. That's why they have put like a, here like whatever the heat dissipated inside of the battery, it will be come out from these pipes. So there is a provision in the car. So then we move on to the next one. So this is called it as a like a transmission of drive. A transmission drive for a Tesla car, we use like a here gearing. So this is by using gearing, they are going to like just the shaft of the motor is coupled to the backside wheel of the backside wheel through the gearing here, so increasing the transmitting power. So now, but in e-cycle, what we discussed in previous slide, we used for a chain drive as a transmitting for electrical like transmitting the power. So now we move on to the next one here. As per the like engine based car concern, like speed range is 2000 to 4000 rpm. But in electrical vehicle, we can operate 0 to 18,000 rpm. Then again, the efficiency will be around 80%. It will be go for 80% here. Then again, comparatively, the weight point of the engine is 180 kilogram, and then again a Tesla car is 31.8. So these are all the some of the pluses for the like electric car here, right? So in the Tesla car, we employed like induction motor, and again battery, lithium ion battery, again inverter, again in a transmitting devices like we use for like gearing for transmitting the power from the motor shaft to again a back wheel of the electric car. Again we employed like type of braking, regenerative braking. As for the electrical vehicle concern, we applied electrical braking. When you are apply the electrical braking, the given motor act as a generator. Again this generated power again goes to the like battery. Now the battery is charging through the inverter. Like that inverter can be operated as like a converter. Now in coming to the hybrid vehicle here, in hybrid vehicle, hybrid vehicle means we have to use for the like engine as well as for the electrical motor. So now here in the purpose of the engine is, there are two purposes here: supplying the power to the motor as well as for charging the battery. So that is the main function of the like engine. Then again we have a electrical motor here. Then we have a power splitting device here. So now the engine is like, for example, if you are going to operate the like engine based, if you are going to operate the engine, now the battery is charging. Battery is charging whenever the engine, at the same time they are supplying the power to the motor also. So next, once the battery power again we are connected to the motor, so now the motor is also connected to the battery. Now it is going to be drive through the energy transmitting equipment like a gearing. Once the battery power is down or battery pack is down, then again this engine is take care again going to be charged. So likewise it is going to be operated for the electrical vehicles. When you go for the hybrid vehicles, what will happen? We are going to improving the efficiency. Then CO2, there is a CO2 emission also fall down. Then naturally the greenhouse emission also fall down. This is the main reason we go for the hybrid vehicle. It is a combination of like engine and electrical motors. So this is another like model for electrical car here. So we fixed like battery here, accelerator here, and we have used for inverter and again a permanent magnet, motor and a gearbox. So just look at that, the concept is same. Then the design, mechanical structure design, and then the location of the motor, and then the location of battery. This is what somewhat changes, but the concept is same. But the only the way is you have a different structure, mechanical design structure for electrical vehicle. Next, we move on to the multi-phase motors. In the current days, suppose for example, the electrical vehicle is running condition. Suppose in inverter, it is a 3-phase inverter. So one of the phase inverter switches are faulty condition, or maybe it is open or short. What will happen? The voltage applied or power transferred from the motor is fall down. You don't get the smooth transportation. So now what we have a solution. We can go further like a multi-phase motor. So even if you have a like even here we use for the BLDC motor, 5-phase inverter fed BLDC motor, permanent magnet BLDC motor. The main advantages we go for this, even though there is a fault in switches or open fault or short circuit fault or phase current sensor faults or open circuit phase fault or phase winding short circuit. So whatever the thing is internal fault, anything is happened, so now automatically it is shifted to the another phases. So then minimize the torque ripple, noise reduction and power density increase, improving the fault with respect to open circuit like this. So these are all the some of the main pluses why we go for the multi-phase motor. Definitely in future, as per the electrical vehicle concern, we can move on to the multi-phase motor. So these are all the different pictures. Just look at the pictures. We have a different concept is same for electrical car or e-bike, whatever the thing. But the only thing is the mechanical structure, and then again where we are going to locate the battery, where we are going to locate the motor, where we are going to locate the inverters. So this is what somewhat like changes, but if you go for that, remaining things are same, remaining concepts are same. So you can go for the tractor here, JCB here. So you have a different e-vehicle structure. The next thing is, I already told we are applying the regenerative braking for battery operated vehicles. So then here the various, some of the estimated values, battery operated electrical vehicles in current days. Cycles and bike can reach up to for 200 to 250 kilometers per charge. Rickshaw can reach up to for 300 kilometers per charge. Car, we can also reach up to for 400 to 500 kilometers per charge. So in coming to our India, motorcycle company started operation under the Make in India. So we have Ather Energy, Atom Motors, then OK Play, Rexona, Revolt Motors, so many Earth Energy, SBM Bikes, so many companies are there for started operation under Make in India. Similarly, for electrical scooters, so many companies are available here, Ampere Vehicles, Centuria B6, Avan Motors, Ather Energy, so Atom Motors, Thunderwind, BSA Motors. Likewise, we have so many electrical scooter companies started Make in India operation. Then again for bicycles, started their operation under Make in India, like Ampere Vehicles, BSA Motor, then e-bike India. So many things are there. So there are a lot of opportunities available for like electrical vehicles for engineers. So in future of electrical vehicle in India, so electrical powered regional flight could be taking off by 2030. So this should be one of the feature. The next thing is we move on to the government of India has planned to make a major shift to the electrical vehicle by 2030. Then e-commerce company India Car Manufacturing like Riva Electric Car Co. and Indian app-based transportation network like Olo are working on making electrical car more common over the next decade. So therefore these are all the features of electrical vehicles in India. So definitely in future, not only in future, in current days, electronics engineers are playing major role in electrical vehicles. So now we move on to some of the financial assistance for the +2 students. The first thing is this is for the Pondicherry and then Tamil Nadu also, followed by the Tamil Nadu. So now we have a government of Puducherry. Through Centa students, they have a Perindalavar Kamarajar financial assistance. So we have to apply through the colleges. Next, post-metric scholarships. Again, school education department Puducherry. Then economically backward class students, you can also apply through the colleges. And pre and post-metrics, then Directorate of Social Welfare and Puducherry. Then you can also apply through the colleges. So all the things we can apply through the colleges. These are all the addresses. You can get the application and apply through the colleges. Then again merit scholarships. Merit scholarships, Director of Social Welfare, Puducherry. And then Adi Dravida government scholarship again District Welfare Office again Puducherry. Physically challenged scholarships. So National Handicapped Finance and Development Corporation. The students are physically challenged. Then you can just go through this website. Then you can get the application form and apply through the colleges also. Free education scholarships. Now it is not applicable. Next, Adi Dravida government scholarship. It is 100%. So government of Tamil Nadu. So then you can apply through the colleges. The next center sector scheme of scholarship for colleges and universities. The students, Joint Director, Directorate of Government Examination, DPI Campus, College Road, Chennai. Then above 80%. The students are scored more than 80% for higher secondary score, higher secondaries or +2. Then you can eligible through. Just go through this website, through the college you can apply. So next, merit scholarships, Municipal Administrative Commissioner, then Chennai, then again highest marks in higher secondary, so this is eligibility. Then you can also apply through the colleges. Then Chief Minister Farmer Security Scheme, the Commissioner of Technical Education, Gindi. So the eligibility is what's of farmers what can apply. So through this application, you can get the application form, this address, and then apply through the colleges. Then coming to the some of the next thing, Tamil Nadu opportunities. What are the Tamil Nadu National Teacher Welfare Fund, then Secretary, Treasurer, National Foundation for Teachers Welfare. Then you can WhatsApp teachers. Suppose the students, if the WhatsApp students are eligible, this is the contact number also. You can get the application from this address and then apply through the colleges. And then Tamil Nadu Educational Trust. So this is the address, the manager Tamil Nadu Educational Address. Then 60% above marks in higher secondary, and then parent annual income should be less than 50% are eligible. You can apply through the college. Then again in private sector, some of the financial assistance schemes are there. Oil and Natural Gas Corporation of Limited. So manager and again old Secretariat building, ONGC. So you can apply here. So eligibility SC/ST, and through this website, so you can get remaining details also. Then see Vijayalakshmi Trust. Then again it is in the Coimbatore actually. So you have a number, and then Coimbatore, Erode, Tirupur and Nilgiri district students only apply for this scholarships. And then Agram Foundations, again Agram Foundation we have Vijay, then this is the address here, and then in Agram Foundation, then really poor people can apply. So this is the contact number. And then Sifama Foundations, again they are providing education to the mentally and orthopedically handicapped students also. They are giving us some foundations. They take care for all the education funds. Then again JPR Educational Trust and Maharashtra Maharashtra Education Fund, MGR Memorial Trust. So there are some of the trusts also they are providing for poor people. So they are also providing some funds for their study or education. The next some of the education loans also available for the +2 students. Vidya Jyoti with Suraska schemes. The students are eligible. The maximum of loan is 7.5 lakhs. Then no surety, you can go for up to 4 lakhs. Then you have to give the surety for 4 to 7 lakhs. After completed your studies, then you can take 6 months. Then you can pay the like you have to repay the amount, the loan amount. So then these are all the banks. So Vidya Jyoti with Suraska schemes are eligible for all the banks, available for all the banks. Then the +2 students are eligible for education loan for HDFC, then UCO Bank and Union Bank of India, UK Bank, Punjab National Bank, Axis Bank, then Indian Bank, Canara Bank. So all the banks are eligible. Then coming to the opportunities, what are all the opportunities for the engineering? Suppose the students are studying engineering, so many opportunities are available. Like in BSNL, we have a junior telecom officer. So eligibility is like electrical, electronics, telecommunications. Then again, Bharat BSNL also you have a telecom technical assistant post, name of the post. Again, eligible for engineering. Junior account officer. So then Union UPS civil service examination like IAS, IPS, IFS, National Defense Academy. So eligible for engineers also. Like again UPS civil service examination group A and group B also there, eligible for again engineering students. Then staff selection commission, again engineering students are eligible. Junior engineer, here the junior engineering category we are eligible. Indian Navy also we are eligible for engineering engineering students. Then Indian Air Force also, like in officer post engineer students are eligible. Then again BEL, Bharat Electronics Limited, eligible for engineering, deputy engineer for and then technical assistant, control engineer, senior deputy engineer. Then Hindustan Petroleum Corporation Limited, so again eligibility, then job maybe graduate engineer, industrial engineer, junior assistant engineer. So eligibility is like again engineering. Then again Engineering India Limited, so again engineers. So the National Thermal Power Corporation, then again Steel Authority of India Limited, then again Oil and Natural Gas Corporation, Power Grid Corporation of India, then Railtel Corporation of India, and Railway RRB also, JE, AE, Senior, all the posts are available. So eligibility is engineering. National Bank of Agriculture and Rural, eligible for agriculture students. Then NLC, Navy, then again Mecon Limited. Even we are also eligible for then RBI Bank also we are eligible. Then some of the state government. So whatever we discussed the previous one, it is public sector, and the state government TNPSC, Tamil Nadu Public Service Commission exam, group 1 and group 2. So engineering are eligible. TRB, like a lecturer post, eligible for BE, assistant professor. So these are all the junior engineering for Tamil Nadu Electricity Department eligible. So I conclude myself now. I think today I shared about like what is electrical vehicles, then what is the history of electrical vehicles, then what are the different types of motor employed for electrical vehicles, what are the different types of sources are employed for electrical vehicles, then what is the most important motor is BLDC motor, how it is working. Then afterwards I discussed about one of the model developed by our NGP students, e-bike designs. Then afterwards what are the different structure of the electrical car, and then what are the main component of the electrical car, and then we discussed about some of the opportunities and availability of electrical vehicles for engineers. Then again for a +2 students, what are all the financial assistance available, and then afterwards what are all the opportunities are available for engineers. So this is what we discussed today. I hope you will get some information. Thank you. If any queries, please ask me. So now any queries, please ask me. Rahul?
Sir,
Yes,
any
sir.
questions? Any questions? You can raise your questions. Audience, you have any questions?
Short box, any questions, please?
Okay, sir. Sir, I don't find any questions in chat box.
Going, sir, please talk about the triplet bond and LPI.
So thank you, sir, Ramat sir, for your good presentation regarding e-vehicle and transportation. So you explained in terms of theoretical and as well as diagrammatic way. So it's really useful to all the students. So now, Selukumar sir, just a minute, sir. I will explain about Department of EEE NGPIT scholarship. Then we will go for vote of thanks.
Sure, sir. Sure, sir.
So this is regarding our scholarship. Sir told regarding what are the overall scholarships in Tamil Nadu and Pondicherry. This is Department of EEE, Dr. NGP Institute of Technology scholarship regarding this. So you are first graduate, automatically you will be getting around 20,500. So actually other colleges you will be getting only 25,000 because of our accreditation of NBA. So we got additional 2,500, that is 27,500 for all the 4 years. And apart from that, we have conducted going talent engineering test 2020. So in this talent engineering, you can write online on. So if you are writing in online, so surely you will be getting minimum 5,000 scholarship. In case you are coming to college and you are going to write the test in the offline, getting maximum of 20,000 based on the marks. If you are getting more than 26 marks out of 50, you will be getting 10,000. And apart from that, based on 12th mark, still yet announced your 12th standard result. Even though CBSE one of the paper is bending, I think so. So after announcing the result, +2 results, based on that result also, you will be getting 25% of tuition fee waiver according to your merit mark. And apart from this, so if you are having a very good academic record in the first year, so it will be reduced your amount from around, for example, around 70,000, you will be getting around 40. Second year, third year, and final year, based on your performance, it may be reduced again. So it is our scholarship regarding what we are offering to all the candidates. So it is a very good opportunity to you all. So you can come and get more and more information to the college. So Selukumar sir, the session is hand over the mic to you. You can proceed your vote of thanks.
So thank you so much, Govind sir. Good evening to one and all present here. On behalf of the Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Dr. NGP Institute of Technology, I would like to thank the management of Dr. NGP IT and the principal of Dr. NGP IT. And I would like to thank our HOD, Professor and Head Dr. S. Jagannathan, the convener of this wonderful webinar, for motivating us to conduct such a webinar to for the benefit of the students community. And I would like to thank today's speaker, Dr. Ramash Kumar sir. Wonderful words he said that EEE engineers is going to rule the entire world. Of course, the EEE engineers are ruling the world and they are going to rule the entire world. And I would like to thank you, sir. Thanks for a wonderful session. And I would like to thank all the coordinators of this particular session, Professor N.R. Goindasamy sir and Professor J. Rahul Kumar, for convening such a very wonderful webinar. And I would like to thank all the faculty members of EEE department and all the participants of this wonderful webinar session. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for attending this. And we are here, NGPIT EEE department is here to serve the students community. At any point of time, you can grab the opportunity, and we are expecting you to be a part of the Dr. NGPIT EEE department. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Rahul sir,
Yes, sir.
can you tell about the feedback and certificate provided?
Okay, sir. Now we will circulate the link in the chat box. The link will be active for next 10 minutes. Within 10 minutes, all must submit your feedback form. Then you will get your certificate, automatically generated certificate and your mail.
Sir, regarding the training, sir, next week training also you can. So now from next week onwards, we are having C program and Python continuously 2 weeks. So you can get registered. It's all the fundamental subjects. So you will be getting a very enough knowledge in this one, C and Python, all fundamentals regarding this. So this link also we will mail you shortly to your mail and as well as WhatsApp link. Rahul sir,
Yes, sir.
end the seminar.
Link is there, sir. It will be active for next 10 minutes. After filling the form, they can leave, sir.
Okay. இன்னொரு 10 நிமிஷத்துக்கு வந்து உங்களுக்கு லிங்க் வந்து ஓப்பன்ல இருக்கும். நீங்க அந்த ஃபீட்பேக் ஃபார்ம் வந்து ஃபில் பண்ணிட்டு அதுக்கப்புறம் வெளியே போய்க்கோங்க. ஸோ தென் ஒன்லி வந்து உங்களுக்கு சர்டிஃபிகேட் வந்து ஆட்டோமேட்டிக்காக ஜென்ரேட் ஆகும், இல்லைனா ஜென்ரேட் ஆகாது. சார் ராகுல் சார் லிங்க் போட்டீங்களா?
போட்டுட்டேன் சார். ஓப்பன் ஆகல சொல்றேன்.
கொஸ்டின் கேக்குறாங்க சார், திரும்ப போட்டுட்டு.
ஓகே போட்டுருக்காரு.
ஓகே
சார் லிங்க் இஸ் நாட் ஓப்பனிங் போட்டிருக்காங்க.
Sir, it is asking owner's permission.
ஓ ஓகே சார்.
ராகுல் சார், அந்த ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் ஆன் பண்ணிருக்கீங்களா சார்? அதுல
ரெஸ்பான்ஸ் ஆன்ல தான் சார் இருக்கு.
இருக்கா?
otherwise I will send you through my ID. Guys, getting
It's opened.
Sir,
It's opening, sir. It's opening. So the response is recording now. The 12 responses are recorded.
சார் இல்லை சார் ஃபார்ம் ஃபில் பண்ணிட்டு இருக்காங்க சார், ஃபீட்பேக் ஃபார்ம். ஓகே சார், பார்ட்டிசிபெண்ட்ஸ் தான் சார் ரிஜிஸ்டர் பண்ணுங்க, யாரும் வரல. இல்லை சார், நாமளே வந்து ஒரு 6 பேர்கிட்ட இருந்தோம் சார். அதான் 2 போட்டிருந்தோம், நீங்களும் 2 போட்டிருந்தீங்க, நானும் 2 போட்டேன். அரௌண்ட் 20-21 கிட்ட வந்து போச்சு சார், அவ்வளோதான் சார். அதில் டிப்ளமோ காலேஜ் ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டாக இல்லை +2 ஸ்டூடெண்ட்டாக இல்லை சார், ஒருத்தவங்க இருந்தவங்க. அவங்க தான் கொஞ்சம் ஏதோ கேட்டுட்டு இருந்தாங்க, பிபிடி எனக்கு அப்படி சார். பாருங்கள் சார், ஃபீட்பேக் சப்மிட் பண்ணதுக்கப்புறம் தான் சார் நிறைய பேருக்கு லிங்க்கு ஷேர் பண்ணி விடுறாங்க. இப்போ தான் உள்ளே வராங்க, லிங்க்கு ஷேர் பண்ணி விடுறாங்க சார் இப்போ தான். ஓகே சார்.